Hey guys, so welcome back, and now we are reacting to scary videos. So Jessica will pick first. Any of them.
What's up everyone, and welcome back to Top 5 Central. Today we're looking at the top 5 haunted dolls caught moving on camera part 2. Now a couple weeks ago posted part 1 to this, and you guys seem to love it as it currently has so I thought we'd make a part 2. So yeah, real quick before we begin, I really want to know if you guys think ghosts are real or not. Right now, go in the comments and let me know your opinion, as I'm super interested in hearing it. Anyways, with that said, let's get right into the video. Number 5. So this video is kind of creepy right from the start, but the more you watch, the scarier it gets. I mean, seeing this little girl playing with her dolls all alone is kind of weird anyway, but when you notice what the dolls are doing, the weird whole other level. Not just that, but after a while, it starts to move all by itself, swaying and nodding its head like it's asking the little girl if it could join in. Now that's scary enough to make me throw away the dolls for sure, but obviously she didn't, because creepy stuff just keeps happening to her. Like she's just quietly coloring when all of a sudden all the paper starts to move before flying off the table completely. Now obviously the kid is freaked out and she runs away, but the cameras are still running, so we get to see the table start to drag itself across the room too. Honestly, I have no idea whether the doll is making that happen or if whatever possessed the doll just moved into the room, but still, I think it might be time for them to move out. Number 4. Okay, so if I'm being totally honest, someone should have guessed this doll was bad news, because it looks way too terrifying to be normal. I mean, come on, look at it. It's dressed all in black with a creepy white face and huge eyes. I mean, it basically looks like it came straight out of a horror movie. Anyway, it seems like this is another doll that got jealous, because while this mom was asking her kid about her new toy, the doll was sat in the background listening. And then that brings us to the biggest mistake, because as soon as the daughter calls the toy lovable, you can see the doll raise its arm, and what happens after that is even crazier. Like as soon as it moves its arm, the candle starts to roll away, even though the two of them definitely weren't touching it. I mean, it's almost like the doll could make stuff around it move, and it wasn't too happy that its owner had a new favorite toy. I mean, let's be real here. If I was that little girl, I think I'd throw away the lovable bear altogether, because I wouldn't want to make a doll that creepy angry. I mean, would you guys?
Hi, baby.
Hi.
You like your new toy?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Lovable.
Lovable. Sure his name isn't like Fred or Henry?
I think his name's Henry.
Oh.
Number 3. Now, I'm not gonna pretend this is the worst jump scare ever made, but considering it's real life, you gotta admit, it's kinda creepy. I mean, this little girl is just making two of her Barbie dolls have a cute little conversation, but one of them decides to show it's really not happy with the game. Basically, after she responds to her dad talking to her from another room, one of the Barbies snaps his head around to look at her and stares at her straight in the face. Now, obviously the girl screams and drops it, and the whole thing goes so fast it's hard to know what happened, but slowing it right down just makes it even scarier. Like, there is no mistaking what happens. The Barbie looks around all by itself, and something about the way it does is totally mad.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's about time we start burning all these dolls, because man, it's getting really creepy.
Fala uma coisa. Vou comer sua língua.
Sara, vem comer!
Tá bom!
The hell? Okay, so what's it funny?
Number 2. Okay, so there isn't really that many things out there that are creepier than a spooky old doll. Number 2. Okay, so there isn't really that many things out there that are creepier than a spooky old doll, but a whole collection of them is definitely worse. Like, this woman had tons and tons of them all laid out in one corner, but when she decided to film her scary little family for a video, she got way more than she bargained for. Like, having to look
You see that doll? That doll has pure black eyes. No eyes at all. Oh my god, guys.
at each of them in the face as the camera goes by is bad enough, but then one of the dolls does something straight up terrifying, then goes back to acting like nothing happened. To be fair, it's pretty small and pretty quick, but one of the dolls definitely moves. Like, it's kinda hard to see, but as the camera goes past, it quickly moves its arm back to its side, like it's scared that it's gonna get caught out. Then it just completely freezes straight after, and it happens so quickly that you could almost kick yourself into thinking you made it up. But no, the creepy doll totally moved. The scariest thing is that it's easy to imagine that they're all alive, and whenever their owner goes to sleep, they all start wandering around the house getting up to who knows what. I mean, that'd be crazy. It'd be like Toy Story in real life, except it's really creepy dolls. Number 1. So this video is creepy all by itself. When you take into account the doll's super scary backstory, it's even harder to watch. Basically, the previous owner gave up this weird looking puppet because it apparently tried to strangle him while he slept. Like, it literally snuck into his room and tried to kill him while his wife slept beside him. So obviously he gave it away to an expert, who locked it in a glass box and filmed it for months, trying to prove that it really was more than it seemed. And so yeah, she pretty much managed it, because some of the footage is so hard to explain that, well, there's only one real logical explanation that we all know. Like, it gets so terrifying. I mean, you can see the puppet's little wooden cross move away from it all the way across the box, and then it suddenly drops to the floor again in the corner.
I saw that. Oh! Okay, that is creepy.
Another video on the top 5 haunted dolls moving on camera too. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe so you see whenever we upload a video. Also, if you have your own top 5 or top 10 idea, feel free to search in my handy form.
Which one? So I will think. Okay. Hey guys. Okay, so we unpaused it, and now I will pick mine.
Close the trunk! Close the trunk! Where'd it go? Did you fucking see that?
The world is full of weird shit. For hundreds of years, there have been many strange, unexplainable, and plain scary sightings of rare, indescribable creatures. But only recently have we been able to capture these sightings with video cameras for ourselves. And even though the quality might be low, or some of these sightings may be fake, there are still many sightings found on the internet that are just pure unexplainable, capable of sending chills up and down your body. Here are 10 of the scariest unknown creatures caught on camera. While exploring on the ground, these two men lose in their endeavour. As they turn back to try to find him, they expect to see him hunched over just out of breath, but what they find instead is the complete opposite. While turning around their companion, they see a figure standing there in a terrifying fashion, and as anyone would in this situation, they began running away, which so forth ends the footage.
Matt? Oh shit. I told you he's sick, he needed to take a breather. Matt! Wait, bitch.
You're not even following us?
I swear to God, I looked behind me 5 seconds ago and he was there.
You need to stop playing around, man.
Matt! Oh, bitch. Oh, he's freaking us out. Go, fucking go. Just go, take the right hand turn.
What's that?
There's no safer feeling than in the comfort of your own home, but there's no worse feeling than when your place of safety is being invaded. This man walks outside after hearing a startling noise, but to his horror the source was from a humanoid creature. When